And in other news, look, puppies. Oh, Labradors. Hello and welcome. I'm your grumpy guy to all things gaming, the OGGM. It is 8 o'clock. It is the first day of July 2021. It is cold and foggy, and I am still feeling under the weather. And yes, TSR has managed to get itself in the gaming news once again. Much ado about nothing seems to be the best thing I can say. So remember a couple days ago when I made that post about Kayfabe and how maybe everything TSR was doing and saying was all a well-orchestrated attempt to generate heat, attention. And this all came from when you look at what the supposedly racist comment Gygax made about the Indians and the comment he made about girls gaming, and you look at the contents of the statement and the conversation, it's like that is an extremely specific way to make the point you're trying to make, which almost feels scripted. I mean, of all the ways you could have made the "they robbed us" point, which he was trying to make, what he said is so specific, so unique. Is like it was scripted. It was well. I mean, that was planned. You had to know that was going to attract attention. And the fact that TSR backed him and refused to back down despite all the other industry slowly just going, whoa. Just going to take a few steps back here, guys. Again, it just sort of felt like, yeah, this is all some, ingenious kayfabe attempt to garner attention to their little company. Because, on some level you think they had to know that calling the company TSR was going to generate loads of attention. So I made that comment that, hey, maybe this is all a plot because, yes, we're talking about them, and isn't that the whole point? To get attention? Because if we're talking about them, they're in the collective unconscious. They're getting attention because even negative attention is an attention, which means it's drawing eyes to them, which means it might draw attention to their product. But Mr. Gygax has released sort of a rambling non-apology, I guess, last night regarding the situation against TSR. Of course, in the rambling non-apology, he does blame everything that has happened since TSR 0.3 day one on Wizards of the Coast. So all the negative stuff is because of some master plan of Wizards of the Coast to drive them under. Mind you, Wizards of the Coast has not said one single thing. And my contact at Wizards of the Coast, who again, I can't say who it is, has said, yeah, we're pretty much, we're not touching that. We'll see what happens. And there's just sort of this meandering non-apology that Ernest Gary Gygax posted, Twitter, whatever, vlog. And you read it and you're like, this is not the ramblings, the musings of a hate-filled individual standing on his, extreme conservative podium spouting racist, transphobic, sexist propaganda, and nor, I must say, I think I gotta take back my statement that nor does this no longer feel like some great, well thought out plan to generate heat. Because it's just this, you read this, I'm reading this rambling, nonsensical things, because if there's anybody who rambles and is nonsensical, it's me. And yeah, it just sort of feels like the brain pudding of somebody who's on the beginnings. I hate to say this, and I'm probably going to get in trouble for saying this because I'm not a doctor. This looks like, beginning levels dementia. And it's just, he's talking about how his dad was a cobbler. He's talking about, high school. He's talking about, anybody who wanted to play games was welcome to play games when they played games in the lunchroom. He's talking about, how he got beat up. And it's just, first off, how is this an apology? And second, this is just rambling nonsense with no point. It's a non-linear stream of consciousness, kind of like me. So I gotta say, originally I thought, wow, that's just pure genius. Look at how they're getting people to pay attention to them by saying all these target point topics that would, of course, get people to get to pay attention to them. But now I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't think so anymore. I think just I can't speak for anybody else associated with this company, but at least as far as Ernie Gary Gygax is concerned in this latest post, yeah, I'm taking that back. It's not kayfabe. It's not generating heat. It's not even. I don't. And for people who says he's a racist, like, no, I don't think this is racism either. I think this is just a sad old man who's slowly losing touch with the world, and maybe instead of being angry with him, we should kind of feel bad for him. And I think the rest of the people who are associated with TSR are slowly probably going to back away as well. And I don't see the company lasting very long, because it's only been 2 weeks, and so far it has been just a shitstorm of bad choices and bad publicity, and the entire industry is just like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. And even other people at the TSR camp are like, I don't want to have anything to do with this. So, yeah. And look, puppies. I'll talk to you later.